Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the losers match here in Group E of the TLS3 round of 24. We are now going to see a very exciting TVZ between Mad and Oxerg.
Yeah, we are, and this is going to be an interesting one after what we've seen so far out of these guys today. We saw Oxerg looking kind of okay, but ultimately just an inferior player to Doty in his first match. And Mad looking patchy good and patchy bizarrely dodgy. So it's interesting to see which one of those will triumph, because Augsburg, while he may not be up to the level of, say, Doty, Mad has shown that he's got some gaps in his play so far throughout the tournament, that he can be quite temperamental as well and make some odd decisions in game which can cost him matches.
Yes, and that's exactly why I actually picked Oxerg to make it out of this group and not Mad, unlike everyone else on the TLS staff, basically. Which is because Mad, I think actually some other player was saying, was it Bakryu who even said it during the group draws? But Mad's early game seems to have, basically, as you said, a lot of holes. You know, it's fundamentally unstable. And Oxerg, being such an aggressive player who's willing to just 9-pool even in the ZVT, can definitely take advantage of that. You know, there's some players like that. You know, like on the one hand, you observe players like Bakryu, who are much more calm and don't, go for those kinds of aggressive moves. On the other hand, you have players like Oxerg, South Park, Eonzerg, who can make these really, really aggressive plays and really just tear apart a Terran who, tries to go for something goofy like a Vulture Drop. Zerg's like, oh, well, I guess I'll just kill you with Zerglings then.
If there's one thing I do know of Oxerg, he can have a tendency to make Zerglings. I'm going to say that.
Indeed.
So yeah, I think that's a very fair analysis, and Mad better watch out for that, and I hope he gets himself in check for this one, and really tightens up that early game, because it can easily go wrong, especially on a reverse mount map such as this one.
Indeed, I was actually just wondering if you can make a link type wall even. I'm not sure if you can.
I think it is possible. I'm not quite sure.
I was gonna say, I have a vague impression that there's some kind of weird looking one deeper one barracks wall that somehow manages to be tight, but I can't really remember.
I think that as well.
Right? Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. Let's go into the game and see what he does.
Let's go for it.
Here we go at the 12 block position as the yellow Terran. We have Mad Abs, and at the bottom left as the purple Zerg, we have Oxerg Pain.
Yes, we do indeed. This is kind of going to be interesting, because, like we say, it is a reverse ramp map, and it's kind of one of those ones where you need to have your wall in sorted as Terran. Not on every map you should have your wall in sorted as Terran, but I do seem to recall something like some kind of weird walling that is possible. So we're going to see if Mad knows what he's up to right there. Oxerg straight away scouting the wrong way, so he's going to have a little bit of a minor disadvantage right there, because it's a 3-player map. As soon as he scouts the wrong location anyway, he's going to know where his opponent is.
Yes, indeedy. By the way, every time I say Mad Abs now, I kind of want Abs to be an actual clan.
Yeah, I'd like that as well.
I really want to join this team.
Yeah. Yeah. What could that be an acronym for, though?
It doesn't matter. Well, it could just be abs. It doesn't need to be an acronym. Like SAS is not an acronym, right? It just means eagle in Hungarian.
Oh.
So, just be like SAS, except we'll be abs.
Except it's abs, and it means abs in English.
Exactly.
Yeah, or something to do with...
I'm sure people could think of some crazy name that has abs as an acronym.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something clever you can come up with, but...
I know. It's cool enough just to have a clan that is abs, and you're like, we are abs clan. To be in this clan, you don't have to be good at Brood War, but you do have to have great abs.
Yep. And like, Nada and Best are the clan leaders.
Yeah. Yeah, someone make that clan.
Absolute bonkers squad. I like that.
That's such a squeaky clean clan name. Absolute bonkers squad. It's like a TV program for children.
Unfortunately, I initially read that as Absolute Boner Squad, and that was a little bit weirder. Not sure what that says about me.
Oh, so that's really Freudian.
Yeah. Anyways, we have a 12 hatch here from Oxerg, who of course did lose his initial scouting drone there to an SCV, and Elegant is still giggling.
That happens to me every week now. Oh, such a child inside, I swear to God. All he had to say is, mad. Oh, I can't even say it, sorry. You keep going.
Alright, so we now have a second SCV scout, just wants to make sure he knows what Oxer is doing. Of course, if any Zerglings were incoming, this SCV would run headlong into them as well and let Mad know what was going on. But since he doesn't see any, he's going to go and happily make his command center out at the natural expansion. So we have a 1-max expand versus a 12-hatch. Elegant. This is like a standard
this
game.
Is
What's
insane.
going on?
Yeah, and who would have thought it out of Mad versus Eon Zerg?
Oxer.
Oxerg, sorry, I always do that. Yeah, Mad versus Oxerg, and we're seeing standard openings. This is a little bit whacked out for my taste. I need somebody to make some kind of weird building that we've never seen before. Quick, somebody make it non-standard, please. Mad,
Quick, make an Evo chamber.
Quick, get on it because I'm panicking here. I don't know what's happening.
I'm trying to think what building would even be crazy. I don't think I mean, the Evo chamber is the only thing I can think of that you can make that wouldn't make any sense. Maybe Hydroden? Maybe Hydroden.
Hydroden, yeah, that would be super cool. But even that's kind of understandable if the opponent was going for mech. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's not happening. We have still in the 1 barracks in Mad's main. We've got a CC on the way up. We might see a bunker, but maybe not. But the first couple of things are now out and about, but it doesn't look like there can be any kind of sustained pressure. So maybe we can just save the cash in a bunker and just stay with the Marines. Nope, he's going to make a bunker anyway. Very sensibly, he is.
eBay? Factory? What? I totally thought he was going for fast +1 attack with this gas after barracks, but he's actually going for factory. Could be going for like a fast vessel build.
Yeah, I'd imagine
so. That before. You know, 1-max expand into fast science vessel and then just going into pretty standard bio play.
Well, the fast science vessel is good because as we can see, we have 3 hatcheries up already. So I guess it's going to be 3-hatch muta. I can't really think what else it's likely to be. And so the fast irradiate can be really good when you're playing against 3-hatch muta. It can kind of the mutas can easily get a little bit too out of hand, and the fast irradiate is a good way to kind of keep that under control.
Yes, indeedy. But he does have to be a bit careful because, of course, his unit count will be relatively low since he's still on 1 barracks, of course.
Yep.
Taking up very, very quickly. But he's made a nice little wall here, actually, plugging the gaps just with these spare Marines, actually. So this is fairly Zergling-proof. I mean, it might be able to bust in on the right side or something, but, it's a pretty nice defense against any kind of Zergling shenanigans that Oxerg may or may not decide to pull here. This is really something, by the way.
Look at the factory placement right over the starport. I presume it's a starport, but that is pretty cool.
I can't even click it. Yeah, it is a starport.
I can just click it in a really weird place. I have to click like on the factory.
That is really interesting because also like if the SCV was in the right place in the middle, if an overlord came over, you could actually just think the factory was landed.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Very, very nice. Little bit of something from Mad right there. I imagine that was deliberate. It looks pretty deliberate.
Yeah, maybe he just yeah, it's good. It's cool. It's Boxer-esque.
But can he click it? That's the question. Can he make a science vessel, or is he just going to forget he made one and make another starport? No, there we go. Has a control tower happening. I'd control group that if I was him because he's gonna need to make a science vessel. He's just going to be mashing his factory for ages. It's like when you do one of those DT cheeses on Outsider and you're there for ages trying to trick this stupid DT through the minerals. And by the time you get it through, you're like, yeah. But 10 minutes pass by and you've got 2,000 minerals and you're already dead. It's a hollow victory.
Dude, I actually tried to do that once on Outlier, and I eventually just tricked 3 more probes in and started mining the minerals anyway, and I mined out the minerals before I was able to trick a DT through. So I just walked them in after mining them out anyway. It was pretty sad.
Yeah, that is that's horrible.
We do have the fast science facility for vessels as predicted here, so he's just going into a pretty normal bio with although taking a slightly interesting route to get there. In the meantime, we have
some stuff. We have a Hydra stand on the way.
Yes.
So presumably that's for the standard kind of lurkery mid-game transition. This is really, really standard from Oxzerg. I feel a bit like neither of these guys want to take any kind of risk in the losers match. They've both just gone as beige standard as you can possibly go.
Yeah, I mean, Science Vessel, Fast Science Vessel is, I guess, a little bit of a variation, but yeah, you know, we have seen that from time to time. Especially the Koreans,
Yeah.
I think we'll do this kind of thing more often. And whoa, here we go. First mutas are in. The turrets are not in the ideal positioning.
Well,
what the hell?
They're not in a good position in that they let the mutas straight in to attack the to attack the SUV. So that's not brilliant. There's plenty of missile turrets. If the mutas would only fly into them,
oh man, he doesn't have stig yet.
And
oh my god.
That's true. And the irradiate's not quite done yet. The irradiate will be done soon. It looks like he's getting a bit hung up, taking down that supply depot. He could really get in there before Stim is finished. And the radiate's about to finish as well. We see the irradiate go down.
Yeah, Simo! Alright, how good's the split? It's a good split. Not yet. He needs to split again. And alright, that was a decent split. He took some splash damage. The mutas are all like half health or lower. But didn't actually lose any besides the one that was actually radiating. But now Stim is finished. Now Range hasn't finished yet though. We can see, man, these Marine upgrades are so far behind because of his rush for the Science Vessel. But it looks like the Irradiate was itself enough. So he's going to be okay. But look at it, he's got no SCVs in the main.
He lost a lot of SCVs though. He needs to transfer some back because he's got so many money in his natural. He needs to get that SCV balance figured out. He's got them stacking around in the natural already. There's no way you need anything like that saturation. It's not got even that many mineral patches. He needs to get back to his main right away. Those mutas heading over to the natural, and that might just draw attention to the ridiculous SCV count that we're showing over there. He's going to go in the main instead though. He's going to be met by a pretty hefty group of Marines to turn him away.
Why is Oxer getting +1 range attack and not carapace? That's really weird.
I have no idea.
Is he going Hydra Lurk? No, but he's got a Queen's Nest, right?
Yeah, he's got a Queen's Nest.
Because if you're getting... Wait a minute. No, those are all Lurkers. But he's not getting a Hive yet.
Yeah,
and he's got a 4th hatchery at the top left. This is like everything besides the Hive is like Hydra Lurk. But
there we go. We've got a Hive happening.
This is almost like this game against Odie where he's doing everything at once and it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, and you can see how wrong it can go when you don't really kind of pick your tech path. Maybe it'll work out against Mad, but he's not looking that secure. Mad has got lots and lots of Marines and a Science Vessel, probably another Science Vessel. Yeah, another Science Vessel in his natural as well. So Mad's got lots and lots of stuff with which you can get out and about. And what is good for killing your opponent is stuff. And when your opponent has been indecisive like this, then that stuff can be even more effective. And we have a few lurkers outside the natural for Oxo, but not so many. A couple of Scourge, a bunch of Hydralisk, a few Lings. It's kind of a bit like a computer army composition right now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, the +1 range attack will still help with the Lurkers. It'll nullify any +1 armor that the Marines have as well. And if the Marines don't have any armor, I think the Lurkers can actually two-shot them instead. But once the Marines get their armor, then it'll basically be back to even. And I'm pretty sure that the Marines will have, like, will upgrade keep continuing to upgrade their armor, and he won't continue to upgrade his range attack. Well, maybe he will. I don't know. It's a little bit strange to me. You almost always see Zergs get +1 carapace first. It's just so much more useful generally. It helps all your units instead of just the Lurkers. But anyway, here we go.
So we have a dropship coming into the lands one Marine down. That's a little bit disappointing. But there is a decent attack coming in from Mad into the natural, but he's going to be able to go
this
grab
vessel!
They still managed to get the Science Vessel. That's a little bit strange. Marines didn't quite manage to catch a Scourge in time, and it's done and dusted. There's way too many Lurkers there to make any kind of Marine split effective. Why didn't he just go and take out that base up there at the 11 o'clock position? He needs to get rid of that base, and he can get rid of it so easily right now. There is not a single Lurker at the top of that ramp. He's going to get caught on the ramp, though, by those Mutilators. That could be pretty nasty, but those Marines do have great DPS against the Mutilators. Managing to take out one. Will we have an irradiate on those Mutilators? Irradiate! There it goes.
Oh, man, he's not even splitting maximum damage. Oh my god, it's not even dying! The irradiated one was the maximum health muta. Perfect irradiate right there.
Absolutely ideal. That's what you always wish.
Oh, we have a counterattack though, Elegant. Lurker Link counterattack.
Yeah, and I think Mad is going to need to pull out straight away. As soon as that hatchery is done, he's going to need to get out back to his natural and defend. That's quite a lot of Lurker Link coming in. He has 2 bunkers, but he's going to need to load up that second bunker, and he's going to make the most of it to radiate as well. Does he have an irradiate in that science vessel? I think just
more
about
energy.
does.
One more energy. It won't even matter though. The irradiate's not going to be the crucial thing here. Come on, Marines! Oh man, that is so many lurkers. Which one did even irradiate? I don't know. The first bunker's fall. The second bunker isn't going to fall. A lot of lurkers are falling. It looks like the second bunker will hold, but there's a lot of Zerglings coming in. There's the stim, and there's the run back in. The reload. There's the reload. Looks like one more Miranda Marine in the back, but the Lings are still alive. There's one lurker left, but I doubt it's going to be enough to clear out the Terran here with the reinforcements. A siege tank as well on the low ground will probably be enough here. The last Zergling falls. Looks like, wait, no, there's a random Zergling in the SCV line. Oh my god, it's got 5 kills. It's going to get 6.
Crackling.
It's going to get 7. Badass Zergling. 7 kill Zergling.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. That's like made high tech worth it by itself. Just that one Ling with the crack upgrade. Finally, the lurks go down. Nice counterattack by Eonzerg there, managing to do lots. No, Octzerg. Why do I keep calling it Eonzerg? Ogzerg managing to do nice counterattack and taking out the natural for quite some time. Mad needs to transfer SCVs back to that natural expansion. There we go. The SCV is finally going back now. Not doing some kind of clutch Korean kind of transfer that almost gets you caught in a huge barrage of lurker fire, but taking his time a little bit to get the natural expansion mining again and getting a decent army out once again. I think he's going to be less susceptible to any kind of second follow-up attack right now, but there is still a good number of units out for Ogzerg, and Mad actually thinking that he can push this, and maybe he can. He does have a decent number of Marines, but he's getting a little bit spread out right here. He is going to see his opponent's force tracking across the map. He needs to get that Defiler, otherwise he's going to have swarm and stuff all over his units, getting back into a decent defensive position, but those Marines are all going to go down. As soon as one swarm goes down on top of them, they're going to be toast. There's toast already. He doesn't even need it out swarm, and that is rough. Defiler is irradiated though. Will it make it to the natural? Probably not.
Yep, the Defiler does go down. The lurks are running up, but they don't have the Star Storm to cover them. There's a lot of tanks on the high ground. I don't know if this is the best idea for Ogzerg. It's mostly medics though, not that many Marines, but it looks like the lurkers are popping anyway. That is just all medics. What the hell? I don't know what happened there, but it looks like he is going to hold for the time being. The problem, though, is holding is not enough here. Ogzerg has got a 4th base again. He's got his tech up. He's got his Defiler mount. He's got his Ultralisk Cavern. He's getting the Ultralisk upgrades. His mining is great. There's no map control whatsoever for Mad. Mad is just in a really rough position right now. I don't know what he's going to do.
I have no idea what he's going to do, but if he still had all those Marines right there, he really threw them away.
There's not enough Marines here.
He doesn't have one Marine in his army right there. He had only medics. Wow, my goodness, he has another round of Marines coming out now, but he just doesn't have any army, really, with which to deal with Ogzerg. He's got an SCV going down to scout the 5 o'clock base, but I don't know what he can really do about it unless he gets a nice dropship. He does have a dropship, just as I say that, coming out right here. All the Lings do go down, not too much of a big deal, but he should be able to get on over there and land a nice drop to take that base out if he so wishes. But no, it looks like he's going to try and go for it on the ground. There is a bunch of Lings going over there to intercept it, though, and meanwhile, we have the first Ultralists out, and that is a bad time for Matt.
Yeah, there was actually one drop that got intercepted in the middle of the map, so he wasn't able to do anything there. And interestingly, Matt is just taking the base that's inside the Zerg's natural at the bottom right. So that's a pretty ballsy move. You want some random Lings just checking the mineral only on the right side, not going to see anything there. And it looks like 2 vessels. Man, why is he being so brave with these vessels? I guess he's trying to catch Defilers, but he's been getting scourged all game long. This is really bad. Looks like he's going to catch a couple of lurkers here at least, so that's going to work out. Ogzerg is immediately going to borrow those so they don't splash their buddies here. But this is such a crazy hidden base. Look at this. This is just inside the Zerg's base.
Well, where more hidden do you want than in plain sight, after all? And that's some decent irradiate. It's going to do some alright damage to that Zerg army. Not too much of a big deal because we do still have plenty of bases.
You see that big Overlord clump at the bottom left? Could you imagine a racer there?
I was doing that earlier. I was imagining Corsairs actually taking that out, but it's all much the same thing. Beautiful. Yeah, that'd be good stuff. I don't even think we have Overlord speed yet either. No, we don't. It's still slow Overlords, so there's just...
They're going to have a tank drop on the natural here. He's going to cliff the natural. That's a pretty good idea. I don't think there's anything useful that can actually take those out. I guess he'll just have to borrow lurkers below the ramp there. Maybe make a couple of random mutas.
Look at this army coming out for Ogzerg right now. That is so many Ultralisks. Oh, one was getting taken out early. He doesn't have the armor upgrade yet, so those Marines are actually going to be fairly effective. But there's a Ling and Ultra attack coming from back. I don't think Mad can even hold this at all. He's got really nothing with which to deal with this. Mad is going to die actually right here. He's just completely screwed. His natural expansion.
He can medic wall. Do a medic wall. The Ultras can't get through. Medic wall. Do the medic wall. Oh god, there's lurkers. Wait, no, there's lurkers. Never mind. Just do something, Mad! Mad! Don't die! Come on, hero Terran defense!
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Mad is in deep deep trouble right now, to the point where I would in fact go as far as to say, as he is toast. There's so many ultras and lurkers in his natural. Are we going to see a mana hatchery? No, we're not. It's just because all the drones are running away from the tank. It's absolutely crazy. And there's one drone making his way all the way into Mad's base. How far can the drone get? It's attacking the barracks! There's a drone attacking the barracks. The drone gets shown what's what, but Mad is going to be dropping out right here. Very, very unfortunate defeat. And,
it's alright, he's got 2 hero marines at the bottom left base killing all of the drones. It's fine.
Oh, so he has.
It's
Why
fine.
didn't you do that earlier? Why not earlier? Oh man, that makes me so sad.
6 kills on both those marines. It doesn't matter. He's got a hidden base at the bottom right. It's okay, Elegant. It's okay. Oh god, the vessels. Oh god, the vessels. Oh god, everything's on fire. Oh, Mad. Mad. You're breaking our hearts. GG! Oxurg takes out Mad Abs and goes on to the final match. Elegant. Your one of your favorites is out.
Yeah, my favorite. It's deeply sad times. Out of practice. Why not practice more? Mad, you make me sad.
I thought he was practicing. He was streaming.
I guess 2v2 isn't very good practice for playing against Oxurg.
Well,
or something.
I did predict Oxurg would make it out. Even though I really like Mad, I predicted Oxurg, and I think he has a really good chance against G5, to be honest.
Yeah, he does, but you know, I'm really pulling for G5 in this one. I've got it in for Oxurg from here on in. I'm never going to forget this day. This is where they shall say it began. My great vendetta against Oxurg.
Elegant, I tried to warn you. I tried to tell you what happened. Oxurg is going to knock out G5 as well.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I didn't believe you. He's not going to happen. Come on, G5. I believe in you.
All right, well, we're going to go to a quick break and come back for the final match of Group E.
Be right back.